Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey and Daytona, Florida. Please excuse my voice, but my employee Daniel was nice enough to get everybody in the shop sick here in the New Jersey shop. So we had a brand new, beautiful Road Glide come in, customers from Pennsylvania. He had been to 2 other shops, completely dissatisfied with the way the bike sounded. We spoke on the phone, I told him I could make it right. So he came down to the shop for a consultation, we went over a few things. So the first shop had installed a Hertz SP 4.900 A to B interface, Hertz 6.5, Hertz 6 lines. So it's a good sounding setup. The problem with that is it wasn't the sound the customer was looking for, not that there was a problem with the equipment. This client has had work done on his Goldwing by Jay Ford. Anybody that knows Jay Ford from Custom Wings, Jay Ford built some really loud, really good sounding bikes. That was the same type of sound he was expecting on this Road Glide. He had a previous Road Glide that had audio on it. It was louder than this one. So the shop didn't go the right route with the build. It's not what the client was waiting for. It wasn't loud enough. No problem. He went to a second shop who left the 4.900 in the fairing. The Hertz 4.900 is a great amp. At 4 ohms, it puts 160 watts by 4, which is a really good amount of power. So now the second shop decided that they were going to put a Sound Digital 2400.4 in the tour pack, and they were going to add a tour pack lid with Hertz 8s and some 35mm tweeters. Now the way the shop chose to configure this is kind of crazy because they used 2 channels of the 2400 to run just the tweeters and 2 channels to run the 8s. So the 8s were getting 300 watts each, the tweeters were getting 300 watts each. So now the tour pack is louder than the rest of the bike. To make it even worse, the shop did not know how to use the A to B interface. They didn't realize they could reconfigure the A to B interface, so it left the factory tune in the A to B interface. They only used 2 RCAs coming out of the A to B to power all 6 channels. So since they only use the 2 front channels, the A to B is configured to run 2 6.5s. So they use a 6.5 tune for the fairing, the lids, and the tour pack. Of course it wasn't going to sound good, had no mid bass. The tour pack, the customer was convinced that the front speakers weren't playing at all. I had to disconnect the RCAs from the amplifier and the tour pack and show them that the other speakers were playing, but you couldn't hear them because they were only needed 150, 160 watts each. So I told him, he insisted on wanting to buy new speakers. I said, hey, let me do what I do. Let me move some stuff around. We're gonna keep the same speakers. I guarantee you I'll make this bike 2-3 times louder. Let's do 10s in the saddlebags. So we took the 2400, we moved it to the fairing. We used the 2400 to run the Hertz 6.5s, the Hertz 6 lines, and the 8s in the tour pack, along with the tweeters in the tour pack. We did a 3000.1 in the tour pack, dubbie bass knob, and we did a set of Cicada 10s in the saddlebag, ported. So we had the bike for about a week, told him the bike was ready. He still kept talking about upgrading the speakers. I was like, please come and listen to the bike. I'm like, you have no idea how loud this bike is. So when he showed up, he was impressed. The bike played really loud. The bike had a really good amount of bass. He said, see, this is the sound I was looking for. Saved him a ton of money, didn't have to sell him anything new. We kept everything that he had. We just moved it around, reconfigured it. So we kept his 2400, we kept his Hertz speakers, kept the tour pack speakers. We added a 3000, and we added 10s in the saddlebag with a port. Able to save him a bunch of money, able to get the bike to sound really, really, really good without getting him to spend money he didn't have to spend. So now he's doing fiberglass saddlebags, so he's going to need more bass with the increased volume of the saddlebags, doing 8s in the saddlebag lids in the next few coming weeks. But we got him where he needed to be. Now we can upgrade from there. Check out the video.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
That boy body, Harlem world. You know they body, different dimension. You know they ride, 145th and Broadway. bouncing through an ounce or two. My crib look like the fountain blue, a fountain too. No water, only pumping Mountain Dew. Front on y'all little cats, I was bound to do. I made a weird chicken heads, can't pronounce my shoes. I got head, but need more mouth. 119 to the whorehouse. Soon as the tour's out, hot was rotten. My block top is spot